for the rest of the night, we'll go back and forth between REM sleep for our mind repair and deep sleep for our body repair. And so this is where we'll eventually get into where we talk about the magic number of how much sleep we need. Because if the typical sleeper gets about 4 hours of sleep and you cycle through about an hour and a half at a time, 1 hour and a half to 3 hours to 4.5 to 6 hours to get through 4 cycles. But if you're a 2-hour cycler, 2, 4, 6, 8 to do the same thing. So just like metabolism, where one person
how
needs...
do you know cycles? That's just a personal dependent thing?
Well, in general, you typically cycle through about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And it depends on how much time your body's able to spend in each of those stages of sleep in each cycle to make sure that you're getting as much repair that your body needs. But you also have to be asleep long enough to get through the whole process.
Yeah.
So if your body, it's just like metabolism, right? So one person needs 1,800 calories, one person needs 2,200. They look exactly the same, but their body processes the nutrients different.
Like a genetic thing. So some people just require a 2-hour cycle and some people require an hour and a half cycle.
And it's not something that we can specifically try to purposely change, because people will say that all the time.
Sure.
Well, I want to train myself to need less sleep so I can get more done.
Right.
And unfortunately, it doesn't exactly work that way. But that's a big part of figuring out how much sleep we need. And there's so many people that need different amounts. So I'll pick on the 3 of you for a second. Do any of you wear the shoe size 10.5?
No.
Okay. Case in point. So 10.5 is the average man's shoe size right now in the U.S. So the same thing with sleep, where 8 hours is the average. But there are a lot of people that need more and a lot of people that need less. But because our brains are telling us that we need the average, well, people will only afford themselves 8 hours of sleep. Those that need more, they're exhausted. And everybody's thinking, well, they're lazy or something's wrong. And those that need less wake up after 6 or 7 hours, feel great, look at the clock, and now they immediately feel tired because their brain was doing an override and told them they should get more sleep.
Right.
And so that's why it's going to be really important to figure out how much sleep you need so that your body can purposely get the right amount and spend that time in the mind repair and body repair so you can get the most effective sleep.
And finally, we'd like to thank Amundi Pioneer for sponsoring this podcast and our time with Dr. Milanak.